I talked last week. I said, guys, there's a little bit of drama in the Slay the Spire community. Everybody came into the stream because you guys are little drama queens, even though you say, we don't like drama, we don't like drama. As soon as the drama is about something that you care about, you care a whole heck of a lot. Well, there was, what's the positive version of drama? It's just tea, news, hot goss. Okay, well, I got some hot goss. Slay the Spire community, last week I was very critical of them because I didn't like the way that they talked about somebody that got a tattoo. I like them this week, though, because they made a post about me, and it was positive. They kissed the damn ring. No, a user named Upper Ape made a post titled, in the Slay the Spire subreddit, respect to Frost Prime for his stream with Zechnar. I'm not the biggest Frost Prime fan. I think he's a genuine person and a very talented player, but I can't stand his streamer personality. Based. It is so valid and okay to be like, no, I think that he's a good person. I don't have any gripe against him. I just don't find his content entertaining. If you don't find my content entertaining, you are not a bad person for watching. Just if you're in the stream right now, and if you ever leave me, I will. Not gonna finish that sentence. That said, he recently invited Zechnar to coach him, and Zech is a very straightforward and chill. And once Frost kind of settled into a more mature stream, I was surprised at how well it worked. If you've ever seen me do collab content with other people, I am very much... I am a chameleon is the term, which means that I can blend into my environment. So if I'm with chat and they're going goofy mode, I'm going to be super goofy mode. On a day that chat's going to be more chill, I'm more chill. And it's why I've wanted to do more collabs with more content creators in the Slay the Spire space. The main reason that I have not is because a lot of Slay the Spire content creators don't like doing collabs. It is what it is. I'm not going to name a bunch of specific names, but I've reached out to a number of players over the years, to a number of streamers. And I know that you guys, if you've watched a lot of the other content creators, they're great. They are amazing. This is not a slight towards any content creators, because if you don't want to do content with other people, that's great. That's awesome. That's amazing. Because one day down the line, I might say a slur, and then people are going to be like, remember when you did content with that guy that says slurs? That's going to be on you. So staying away from me, because I'm probably the most likely to say a slur, because I'm the most Twitch-brained, and most Twitch streamers that ever make it successful on in the industry eventually say a slur. So odds are, in all seriousness, no slight towards any streamer that doesn't want to do content, but I have reached out to a number of Slay the Spire content creators over the years, and most of them just ghost me. I've had conversations with them. Yeah, they just don't seem to want to make content, and that's okay. That's okay. I'll continue to be the guy. But Zechnar was really down to do content, and is still really down to do content. So that's also another positive, is that before this thread was even made, Zechnar and I both agreed that we'd be down to do some content again in the future. So he didn't just make it about Zechnar coaching him, but he also he used himself as a conduit for Zechnar to teach everyone. The way he structured his question and decision trees and walked people through what both were thinking is fantastic. Takes a keen eye for understanding what your audience wants to make these kind of collabs more than just conversations. No, I did a really good job. I will be honest, though. I was just asking all of the questions that I wanted to genuinely know, because although I might seem like I'm very smart about the game and I can talk in complete sentences and sometimes make it seem like I am Northern Lion but with hair, I was just doing what was best to make me learn and try to think out loud, because that's what you're supposed to do as a streamer. But thank you for giving me all of this lays. I would love to sit under a waterfall of it and call it a Krispy Kreme. But I don't want to take complete credit for it, but I will, because I am an egotistical streamer maniac. And in all genuineness, I'm not good at taking compliments. Instead, I just deflect and make a joke. Thank you. This means a lot, because not only did I not realize I was doing this, that just means that I was naturally doing content creation well, and that is what I strive to do. I don't strive to be the best gamer. I don't strive to be the most proficient at Slay the Spire or any game that I play. I want to be the best entertainer that I possibly can. And so if the most amount of people are enjoying themselves in the community and in the stream, then I've done my job. I'm not a Mr. Beast that wants to get the most views possible. I genuinely value what you think about what's going on the screen. And while Zech is very patient and informative, Frost just asked better questions than a lot of us would think to ask. Frost, just better. We can just leave it at that. For real. And I'll admit it, it was a lot of fun watching the dynamic with Frost continuing to lean into his humor and getting met with Zech's uninterested silence. Okay, listen, hold. If you've ever watched a Zechnar stream, this motherfucker is not innocent in the joke department, all right? I was sent a clip of him last Monday of him asking his chat, are you a top or a bottom? And then go, oh, never mind, don't answer that. That is funny, okay? He's a little goober. He's a little fucking shit poster. He's a little fucking memer. He is. And you think that he doesn't have a bunch of 7TV emotes added in his chat for his chat to spam, right? The people that aren't really little goofballs, they don't got the emotes. as soon as you go down the emote path, you're officially a goober. But yes, no, I do think that our dynamic worked flawlessly. I think that it did. I knew what I was doing. Zechnar knew what he was doing. And we were doing you. Who would have predicted this would be one of the most informative, entertaining duos of 2025? Why did it remind me of Disco Elysium? Does Zechnar and I collabing remind you of Disco? That's a hard one. I've never. Does it really? Wait, ×2? Can somebody elaborate on that? I've never really gotten into Disco Elysium because I know it's just like chatting simulator, right? Disco Elysium, the guy tweaks out 24/7. Am I the... Frost is definitely a tweaker. Just because I'm constantly itching my nose, it's because of my Tourette's and also my constantly dripping nose, not because I do a lot of drugs. I think I've been unfair on Frost and don't give him enough credit. He's obviously an entertaining guy and a smart streamer, and when appealing to a more mature approach, he really rose to the occasion and impressed me. Curious what others' thoughts. Curious, classic Redditor. Frost, you literally have fentanyl Fridays. I didn't start that. I have actively pushed back against the idea of having fentanyl Fridays on my stream. Now, do I enjoy the 2 times in my life that I have gotten fentanyl before a procedure? Yeah, that shit's awesome. That shit fucking rocks. Will I be the first in line if they ever come out with a fentanyl-esque drug that has 0 side effects? Yeah, I also will be there. When the time comes that the AI can just put me into a trance and I never have to wake up again and I'll just enjoy the rest of my life in a sedated state, yeah, I'm probably gonna be first in line. I did reply. There was a lot of really nice comments. One, this was a funny exchange, which like really just shows like how many of you guys really absorb the things that I say on stream. And somebody said, this is make the YouTube. Somebody linked the YouTube videos and then said, I can't remember, but Frost I think doesn't make money on the YouTube videos, only Twitch. Maybe I've got it wrong, but some other guy on YouTube does. If that's the case, I think Frost deserves the clicks/views on this one. No, again, always link to the YouTube content. Don't ever link to the fucking Twitch stream. That shit's ass. Don't do that. Don't fucking link to the damn Twitch stream. That shit sucks balls. Like, link to the stream itself, but don't link to the Twitch VOD. This is correct. Frost YouTube editor gets all of the YouTube earnings. And then this guy got downvoted because unless you're have an actual source on this, sounds like nonsense to me. It's his official YouTube channel. Why would he agree to some arrangement where he streams concurrently on YouTube and posts video on YouTube and someone gets all else of the profits? And then they backed him up and they were like, okay, thank you, appreciate the clarification. And then I also came in and said, hello, source here. I get the live streaming revenue, and I explained it. So this was just like a little Redditor, but you know, thanks for chiming in and appreciate the great stream. Nah, they're chill. Just a little Reddit. We all go a little Redditor when we're on Reddit. Bro upvoted himself. You've never been on Reddit, and that's fine. Reddit auto upvotes your stuff, okay? Anytime that you make a thing on Reddit, it auto upvotes your stuff. You're not supposed to immediately downvote it. That's weird. And so I said, much love. Zach and I are both very into the idea of something like this again. And posts like these only add fuel to the fire. My content is not for everyone. I am annoying, and my chat is just another version of me, so it's double annoying for those who aren't into it. No flame for anyone that doesn't vibe with it. Hope to see more folks coming in and voicing opinions like this. And then the guy said, I have to disagree. And it was really heartfelt, and I don't like reading things that are really heartfelt because my emotions don't like to take it that much. So, Chef Heard, that was on Saturday over the weekend, is all I'll say to that.
He's an arsonist on a noble quest to escape the wrath of the IRS. He's got conflicting positions in the endless fight for queer folks, animal intelligence.